Michelle G here, Michelle Guy here with Evite Well Centers, Functional Medicine Centers in Fort Collins. I'm in Doc's office today and he's doing his radio show right now, but I wanted to jump on and talk to you guys about a concept of mindset and how it pertains to what we create in our life. So there's something called static mindset and growth mindset. And so when we are in static mindset, we are saying things like, that's how I've always been, right? That's the way I am. All that is doing is creating more limiting beliefs. So that's how I've always been. That's just the way I am. I hear these things. Those are limiting beliefs because they keep you stuck in this static mindset with no ability to change, grow, or improve. You are keeping yourself stuck in that static place. So like I've mentioned several times before, when we are stuck in a static mindset for our health and our well-being, we are not growing and improving. It is impossible to get to our health goals when our mindset is, or when you're talking to your practitioner and saying, well, that's just the way I've always been, or, that's the way I was raised, okay, so that's not now, that's the way I am, or that's just the way it is, or that's just been my experience. They're all very stuck, static, limiting beliefs. And a growth mindset is opposite of that. It is one in which you can see potential for your future. You're working towards that goal because you can see the possibility of it happening. So a growth mindset is more, I can see maybe where my limitations are. We all have limitations and limiting beliefs, but it's the awareness of realizing that we have the limiting beliefs that is the first step to being able to get out of that. So it's assessing, if you can hear the background, sorry, the Blue Angels are circling above us outside right now because there's an air show in Loveland this weekend. But anyhow, so if we can hear that in the background, it's pretty awesome what they're doing out there. But so growth mindset is the ability to see where we are stuck. It's like what I've talked about with my lives before. When I was stuck in static mindset, when I was dealing with my health issues, all I was thinking about was sick. And so all of my thought processes, all of my actions for the day, all of my emotions, all of my moods, everything was based on the idea that I had label on my forehead of illness, right? And I had these sick issues. And so everything in my world must revolve around that sick issue. And we have patients too, and they literally have symptoms that limit them, and their entire life is based on that illness. Their job, their parenting, everything is based on the limitations that creates for them. And if you stay in that mindset of what the limitations create for your life, that is literally all you can create. So it becomes a reprogramming of the mind to be even able to say, what would it look like to not be stuck with these limitations and not think of myself as stuck. I had to start seeing, instead of sitting out at the car while my boys and husband went mountain biking, but what would it be like if I could be there with my boys mountain biking and hiking and, being at their soccer games. And I was actually a coach at one point for some of their little guys' soccer teams. But I had to see myself capable of doing that and not see myself in this stuck, static mindset that my limitations are all that's available and everyone must. And it's kind of accidentally egotistical because it's, everyone must cater to my imbalances. Everyone must create this bubble of negativity that I've created, and, these are my rules, these are my limitations. But a growth mindset is one of, what would I want to create if I could have any health that I wanted? Or if you're on the path with us at F8, I used to work with people and say, what will, positive mindset, future mindset, what will your life look like in 6 months when you've been doing the plan that actually figures out what your underlying issues are and finds out what is going on in your body, and you're actually finding the steps that you need to take to get well? what would that actually look like? Because if you can't see that, you still might go through the motions, you still might sabotage with your food sneakily when the metabolic coordinator's not, not looking, and you're not still creating potential growth in that growth mindset. So something came up yesterday with my oldest son. I was at the advising appointment with him, deciding as a junior, deciding what he's taking for the next semester. And he's in an early college program, so he can just get a high school diploma, or he can get an associate's, or he can get just, there's all these options. And he's sitting there, all these options laid out for him. And papers, literally, you can choose this one, this book, or this. And we're in there, and he's going, deer in the headlights, I'm overwhelmed. And he just, he's 17, and running his own business, but trying to get high school done again. And he said, well, I kind of am thinking about this one, but limiting belief. But in order to do that, I'd have to be off campus, and the community colleges are now creating some requirements that are a little spicy and touchy for a lot of people, and I don't know if I want. And I said, listen, this is not how we've raised you. This is not how our beliefs are. We don't know what the world is going to do in 8 months from now, because this wouldn't be till next fall. We have no idea what's going on in the world. A lot of us are getting caught up in stuck static mindset in all aspects of our lives, not just our health, because there's that what if right now, right? This uncertainty of the world, of the government, of the whatever, and you can't. I said, Dylan, this is not the way we raised you. The way we live our lives is you have a decision, you're drawn to something, God gave you some purpose, whatever it is, you have a goal, that is where your eyes are focused. You focus on where you want to go. And if you are walking in faith, I know those arrows coming at us will just kind of bounce off. But you keep on the path, this is what I want to do. And we don't live in, but what if that, and what if this, and what if down the road, and what about that? And I said, no, well, it'll figure itself out. And if we're down that path, and we have to veer, then we'll veer, but that's when we're there. When we're here, we're figuring out what do we want to create. Moving forward in that growth mindset, what will our lives look like when we've accomplished what we've been brought here to do, what we want to do, when we've accomplished helping someone, when we've done what we want to do in our lives, when we've accomplished that health goal, what will our lives look like? You have to be able to see the possibility of growth without your limiting beliefs, without eventually your self-sabotage, because that's secondary. Notice the limiting beliefs, address them, see if we can start reversing them, and then the self-sabotage will be less likely to happen because you can see the possibility of joy. I mean, Doc mentions this, I think, usually in his lives, that we're either running away from pain or towards pleasure. So when we're just kind of getting through the day running away from pain, just like dodging pain, that's still the static mindset. When we are running towards pleasure, towards what we want to create in our life, that's the growth mindset. So make sure you are moving towards pleasure rather than just running away from pain. Running away from pain is kind of living in a victim mentality that this has happened to me and I'm just like this because of that, because of this thing and because of that thing, and I'm a victim because of that. We do it without realizing it. It's kind of societally accepted. When you go down the street and someone says, how are you doing today? If a person were to say, I am so awesome, it's been the most amazing day, I'm so blessed, this is amazing, what does that person get? Oh, he's kind of crazy, right? But if you say, same crap as always, yeah, no, me too. That's what we're so socialized to say. It's like wrong to say, I am so grateful for everything, this is amazing, I'm having a great day. What do you get if you say that? You get like sabotaged, right? There's your unself, there's your out of self sabotage. If you portray growth mindset, sometimes if you're in the wrong environment, it's quite challenging coming at you. So, but that's where we need to be. That is our point here, is to be creating, to be growing, to be seeing what the future has for us and being in the now, figuring out how we can create that towards our future. So my little tidbit today, are you in static mindset? Are you in growth mindset? And what can you do today to start visualizing what your life could look like? Just start thinking of it. I had to do that. I had to do, what would I think about if I wasn't thinking of sick? And I paused for a minute. Oh, I think about living. And what would I think about living? And what would I be doing if I was really living? And what would I be doing if I wasn't thinking about Lyme? And I wasn't thinking about my brain. I wasn't thinking about living in mold. And I wasn't thinking about all the negative. Well, what if I was instead saying, my favorite coaching technique with people is to how you finish I am. So I am are very, very, very two powerful words. And whatever you finish I am with kind of creates your reality. It's kind of answered for you. So when you say I am so negative, blank, blank, negative, you're creating that, you know? So I am so healthy and vibrant. I am so happy and grateful now that I am amazing. I am a blessing. When you are saying those things to yourself, I guarantee your entire life is going to change. When you step out of saying, I am so fat, I am so sick, I am so unhealthy. You know, I start every day saying I'm so vibrantly healthy. I am vibrantly healthy. I am well. I am radiant. I am motivated, even on the mornings when I'm not, right? But I'm much more likely to get there by saying I am motivated than when I'm sitting there going, this day sucks. I can't believe blah, 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 right? How many of you wake up, you know, stumbling to your coffee and grumbling about your day sucking? Like, what did you just create? But training yourself every day to stop those, to flip the switch, I said before, but it's flip the script, I meant to say. Flip the switch, flip the script, whichever. Flip that thought. It's going to come. It's just naturally, innately, it's recorded in our brains. It's going to come, but you need to notice it and say, oh, there you are again. No, I'm not so fat. I'm actually amazing. I'm actually vibrantly healthy. I'm actually moving towards my goals. I mean, you can keep it vague, but I'm moving towards my goals. I'm not there yet. Okay, that's a start. I'm moving towards my ideal health. I'm taking steps towards my fabulous future. I'm making a change in my life. I'm helping my children today. I'm serving, you know, my family and what I've been given today. So that is my tidbit today. Try to see if there are any messages in there. There's a lot of stuff coming up. I am blessed. Yes, when you remember that, you remember to honor it. Absolutely. Love it. Any other questions, any other thoughts? I'm trying to think if there were some questions that came in this week that I was going to answer. And sorry for not being here for a little bit. I've been way too engulfed with the corporate stuff. We are hiring. I'm going to mention that. We'll put some ads out. We are hiring for our future Denver office and for another one of our Nashville area offices. So you can message me. I'm the hiring manager, Michelle B. at f8wellcenters.com with a resume, and we'll send you whatever info. So it's wonderful to see you all, and I hope you're having a fabulous day. Bless you all.